Hi, it's Michael Tiny Saul. It is 1:24 a.m. on Monday, June 20th, and this is Forex trading analysis for Monday, June 20th, 2011. The euro up against a nice-looking downtrend line, so if this resistance holds, look for a retest back down to these lows. However, if we can break up above this trend line, we still have issues from this moving average, which is the 20-period moving average, and this tall, dark candle. So we're going to watch resistance up here at 44.40 on the upside. But you can see here, Friday's trade came a little bit above the 50%, but still ran into previous resistance. So watch this trend line right here. Here's the Aussie dollar. Still just chopping around, not doing much. Here is the dollar yen. Okay, still not deciding if it's ready to get the bounce or retest these lows down here and the lower Keltner channel. Here is the dollar Swiss. Okay, seeing same kind of deal, just kind of hanging around the moving average, not making up its mind whether it wants to try to pop or drop again. Could set up a coil here, though. So definitely watch this one over the next session or so. Maybe ready to finally get moving, but who knows? It's been a while since that one has been going. Sorry about that. Just get a little pop-up here. I don't know why. Okay, you see here the dollar CAD had these rejection shadows or wicks, all right, on Thursday and a big one on Wednesday, so still waiting for this to tip its hand. Here is the euro pound cross. Okay, not doing much here. Here's the euro Swiss. And these charts take a long freaking time to load, man. It's just brutal here, especially at 1:30 in the morning of all times, right? Just kind of chopping around in a downward fashion. Watch for this lower Keltner channel if it got some pickup there to the downside. Here is the euro Aussie, and the euro Aussie is interesting here because you see that it has this little stealth bear flag here. So if this can trigger, this one I'm going to be putting on my list for the week. If this sets up here, we'll be watching this starting tomorrow and see if it can trigger and go down to that lower Keltner channel. Here is the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, just kind of consolidating here. So this one's on volatility watch because this volatility has dried up really nice and tight here. So we definitely want to pay attention here for expansion one way or the other on the euro Kiwi. Here is the cable, the British pound. Okay, looks like it wants to retest these lows. Came just shy on Thursday, but looks like it's going to test there. Here is the pound versus the Kiwi. And there's nothing going on there. Here is the euro yen. So you can see there's not much going on in the majority of the crosses here, which is why I don't really talk about them that much unless there's a setup. So sometimes it's better to just focus in on the majors. Here's the euro yen. Okay, we had the inside day on Friday. If Monday could be an inside day, this will be one that we want to watch for potential expansion one way or the other. Here is the Swiss franc versus the yen. Okay, not much, just kind of drifting down, so not much going on there. Here is the Aussie Yen. Looks like it could be forming a sideways consolidation. Doesn't look that great. Here's the pound yen, and the pound yen looks like it wants to test that lower Keltner channel here, down here at 128.34. Here is the pound Swiss franc. Okay, just kind of consolidating here once again. So a lot of these are just not doing anything, just absolutely brutal to watch and analyze. So you got to try to look for something that's moving here. Nothing here with the Aussie Swiss. Now looking at the New Zealand Swiss. No, now looking at the Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc. Remember, we had a trade on one of the crosses last week. So you can see here's the Canadian Swiss franc here. Looks like it could be in a bear flag. All right, you can see this is just continuing to move down. So this one, at least, it looks boring and not doing much, but at least it's a valid pattern here. This looks like a bear flag. So watch that. Here's the New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar. And you see here that it had the break higher but could not sustain it. And now it's kind of just consolidating here, waiting for the next move. And finally, here is the Aussie Canadian dollar. And on this one, okay, you could see that we have a similar pattern to what we were looking at earlier. This could be a stealth flag. Look at all these lines I have all over it, right? This could be a stealth bear flag. It's not a true bear flag because there's no impulse and it's not in a downtrend. So watch this one, because if this one triggers down, looking at a target of this range low and probably this lower counter. So this is one that we want to give one more session to, and then we'll be watching to probably put a trigger on this one if it can form an inside day or at least stay inside that range. That's it. Talk to everybody again tomorrow. Sorry if I sound a little out of it or the analysis is a little boring, but there's just not much going on here. So the big story for this update is the euro is up against this trend line. See what it wants to do there. Take care. Talk to everybody again tomorrow.